All right, y'all. So they dropped the season 4 survey for Gekishin Squadra. This is the half-year anniversary survey here. So I feel like with the half anniversary winding down, it is a perfect time for a lot of people to go ahead and leave their feedback about the game. Now, I technically did fill out most of this already. I actually did a collaboration video with Prince Boo, who should be a collaborator on this, specific video as well. If you want to check out me and him just like filling out the entire survey and talking about everything in relation to Gekishin Squadra Season 4, I recommend you check out that video. It was very fun to go ahead and do. But in this video here, I'm going to more so focus on this specific section of the survey where, again, they want us to leave actual text feedback. So I think this is a very important part to kind of leave your own voice about this. And again, at the end of the day, you could have your own, opinions on what you think needs to be changed or what you think is good for the game, honestly. I will leave a pinned comment of at least my feedback in terms of the bad aspects. I feel like the good aspects, are very straightforward. And I do like this game, but it is very funny that when I actually try to sit down and think about, naming out every single small thing I like about this game, I just feel like there's a lot to say, and I want to focus on a few specific things that I think really do stand out for the game, because in general, I think that it's funny, I can think of more things that I need adjusted than things that I think are good. But yeah, I mean, again, we can take a look here. The game has very enjoyable aesthetics, can easily look the best Dragon Ball game visually at all times. I think that dev team does a fantastic job at that. Gameplay in general is just fun. I think gameplay in general is very fun, especially with friends. I think you could have just like a really good time, honestly. When there's always constant returning events, it feels nice to be able to play the game and have something to do. I think they are doing a great job with like making the battle pass kind of like infinite, where you get infinite rewards. I think that is such a great idea. Infinite missions essentially to be able to farm out those infinite rewards. It just like incentivizes you to play the game, right? I think it's really nice, or at least it rewards you for playing the game more, even if it's not a direct incentivization, right? And then the character skins like Broly and Turles' armor or Super Saiyan Trunks and Tapion's outfit is just amazing, beautiful, and we need to get more of these outfits. I think they do. Super Saiyan 2 Kefla is getting Gina's outfit, right? I think stuff like that is so nice for the game. Really, really nice to see. So, I mean, I'm sure there's more things I could write in here, but I feel like the most important thing is fixing what I think is wrong about the game. And again, like I said, I'll leave a pinned comment here, and if you want to like pick and choose what you want to put in there, it's up to you. But the first thing I brought up here is invisible walls and rubber banding consistently across games. Like for multiple seasons, this has been an issue. Now it's very frustrating because it's annoying to be in one spot of the map and then you teleport to the other side of the map, or you teleport to another, like behind where you are. Or if you're trying to like fly around and then you go around like a rock or a wall or something, and there's an invisible wall that's keeping you going around, and then you get stuck, and then it delays you from getting to one of these boss fights or getting away from an enemy. And it's just very frustrating and annoying. I think that they need to look into this. I'm not sure if they are looking into this. Even if they are looking into this right now, we need to know that they are in fact looking into it. I think this is a big issue. It just like keeps you from making good decisions in the game. It's very annoying. Matchmaking has to be adjusted in some way. I actually received this feedback from Zied, and I asked on Twitter. I was like, "Hey, what are you guys like putting for your feedback here?" Zied told me like it is very annoying to essentially queue like solo or duos, and then even if you're like queuing in like a thirst tech, you will be facing against CPU players so often, like in lower ranks, like if you're a C rank or D rank, and there's just the overabundance of CPU players, and it's just very annoying, and honestly probably leads to a lot of frustration for people playing. I'm sure it does. So I feel like for any games prior to S rank or in standard battle, all players should be queued against each other regardless of how many are queuing together. I think it should just force the queues together. You should be, I think, not incentivized. You should be compelled, or how to explain it. You should be matched against as many players as possible at all times. I think CPU players should not be a very common occurrence. I, uh, Realistically, like, it just like harms the game more than it helps it. Furthermore, I think a consideration of maybe limiting solo or duo queue only in S rank, maybe they could test this out by having the option for one season. I'm not sure how, or like, even like 2 weeks or something during a season, there's like a test where it's like, okay, we're gonna test solo and duo queue only during these 2 weeks. We're gonna gain like either 1 or 2 weeks or something. We're gonna gain feedback on this, we're gonna gain in-game data on this, and see, maybe if there's more matches happening, maybe if there's more general satisfaction. Like, they could test it out for like a small period of time, and then if players don't like it, don't bring it back. If it ends up being good, maybe consider it permanent. I mean, there's other games that do limit queuing in higher ranks. I don't think it'd be a bad idea, at least to try it out, right? Now, right here, need more details on any upcoming content. I feel like so many times Squadra Talk discusses like the bare minimum, and I think that while there's some good things in there. For example, there's like apparently map changes that we literally saw in the trailer, that there are changes to the map, and they never brought it up. They ignored it. Nope, it's not important enough for Squadra Talk. These patch notes that are made at the beginning of the season are very important and change so much about the game direction. It would be really nice if we knew what they were, and maybe they can give us information on, hey, we're making this change for this reason. I'll get into that a little bit later, but like, this is the direction we're taking the game in generally based off feedback from players or something like that. It would be nice to know what's happening. Many events just drop in the game. There's like, yep, here's this event in the game. That's it. Like, I truly I don't know. I feel like this kind of stuff is just so silly. It really is silly to me, man. Yeah, that's my opinion though. I feel like, again, it's not like it's necessarily bad, but it's like they're like meeting like halfway. They're like doing it halfway. I think we need more. Like, Squadra Talks should be longer. I mean, for example, let's look at Dokkan. Dokkan like produces letters. They're like 20 minutes or longer. I'm not sure about Legends specifically, but like Squadra Talk is always like 8 minutes, bro. It's like they're compacted, bare minimum. Like, we need more. We need more of these Squadra Talks. Like, Squadra Talks gotta be like 15 minutes, man. Like, it would be really nice to get a further comprehensive thing for what's happening. I mean, they don't even show, like, they always, for example, they tweet the image of the patch notes, even if they just like show us hey, here's the image of the characters that are going to get buffed and nerfed. More details will be provided in a future announcements. Stay tuned. And then we get that announcement like a day or two later. Like, they post the patch notes. They also need to stop posting patch notes the day, like, everything drops at the same time. Like, we should know what the patch notes are a little bit ahead of time. I think it's just like, it's so much. I mean, maybe this is me speaking as a content creator, but like, it is so much when character drops, banner drops, everything in the season drops, patch notes drop. It's like, oh my god, it's overwhelming. But yeah, I think they should spread things out a little more. There's also like always the timeline that we get on Twitter as well. Like, we know, okay, this is where certain things drop. Certain things they keep in surprise, sure, but like it would be nice if they also showed us that in the Squadra Talk stream. I'm sure there's many things they can talk about that's coming in Squadra Talk, but I digress. Speaking of which, we need quicker adjustments on characters or balance changes to the game for things that feel too unbalanced, such as Season 4 Squeaky Hammers. I don't know why they took it that long to potentially, like, they haven't done anything with Squeaky Hammers. We don't know if they're going to do anything with Squeaky Hammers. I am praying, I'm on my knees. If they don't nerf Squeaky Hammers, man, that is genuinely bad. Like, that is genuinely, I don't know what they're doing if they don't nerf that. But like, Ultimate Gohan and Super Saiyan God Vegeta like ruled the game for such a long time. I say, well, Super Saiyan God Vegeta doesn't necessarily rule the game, but like Ultimate Gohan did. Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta is another option. Like, I feel like we need more quicker balance adjustments, which honestly, a lot of this makes the game too fun. And they also need to be more influential because, you know, for example, they did nerf Ultimate Gohan and Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, I think, within season 2, in fact. But the changes didn't feel as influential as they should have been, honestly, at least when it happened. And I also feel like, worst case scenario, if a character is either buffed or nerfed too much in one direction, they could always emergency fix it, like Hit got nerfed, and then in like a week or two they reverted him back to normal. So while it sucked for that period, they did fix it based off feedback. I don't see why, you know, maybe more characters can't be in that situation. But let's just be. And like I said here, provide more details on why balance changes are being made. It would be nice to see, like, for example, Marvel Rivals does this, where there's balance changes for buffs and nerfs, and they tell us, hey, this is why we're fixing this character, or this is why we're nerfing this character. Like, I think it would be nice to know why they made the decision. We need more diversity in Divine Combo cards. Again, they already confirmed this to us. Like Toshi said that they do plan to add more Divine Combo cards, but I do think that whilst we know that they're going to add more Divine Combo cards, we don't know what the extent for that will be necessarily. Like, it is very vague, of course. It would be nice to be able to select more than 3 during a match and have a much wider array of effects. I think that'd be pretty cool. It will help greatly diversify games from each other and different character builds. It could be very fun, honestly. Like, the customization option could be really interesting to just try a bunch of things out. There's something that I have always said, but like, Gekishin rules, I feel like Gekishin is a game that we could get multiple maps for. I like for Gekishin rules. I mean, we see that they're literally changing the existing map, right? But rather than creating maps for additional sub rules, I feel like focusing on a new map for Gekishin rules will help Gekishin stand out, honestly, and keep games just generally more fresh if there's like a different map layout too. Many players would like an Xbox release of the game. I think that there has to be some reason why the game's not on Xbox. Maybe related to Microsoft specifically. Someone told me that Microsoft doesn't usually like having like free games on there. So maybe that could be like the reason why it's not on Xbox. But also, I think that I'm sure that they could find a way for something like that to happen. It would be nice for many players to get an Xbox release of the game. It would just, generally, it would not hurt the game. It would just increase the player base. The game is cross-platform anyways. It would only increase the player base. I think I see no harm in it, realistically. Now, I did put this here. It is funny. Someone pointed out, like, okay, I'm saying ranked matches do not include divine draws, whilst I'm saying I want the game to be more fresh. The issue with divine draws is I feel like it's a crutch for diversity in each game, because a lot of it's very experimental. And whilst, you know, there's some of them that can be very fun, I also think that it leads to a non-competitive environment, especially for divine draws like Search Trap or Hammers, where I just think like it feels very, I mean, a lot of people say this, but like very Mario Party like kind of vibes, you know, like where it's like they're not trying to like take the game seriously. But at the same time, it's like, okay, well, you're pushing all these like official tournaments. It's really interesting. I would say though, it is nice that the upcoming Squadra Blast is going to actually not have divine draws in like the actual like 3rd and 4th stages, I believe. That's cool. Because divine draws I think are just very silly. This feedback that was left to me on Twitter as well. It means that if there's SG capsules or even Dragon Gems available for obtaining high ranks, I feel like, imagine you just grind multiple hours every day and you get like a top 100 rank and then you get just cosmetics. Like, I feel like many other games would give premium, like, you know, currency like Dragon Gems, or at least like SG capsules as a bare minimum. I think it would also incentivize people to play more to get a higher rank. That's me though. Pity system for emotes. Dokkan and Legends have it. It's very frustrating. And honestly, for me personally, as someone who would spend money in the game, it makes me not want to spend money in the game because I know, oh, I could just be throwing my money into a cesspool of nothingness and get nothing. There's the character capsules, which I still think are I will say it's a scam. Like those character capsules, 350 gems. Crazy. You're crazy for a daily one, dude. You're actually so crazy for that. Yeah. Pity with okay, what they should do is when you're summoning on a banner, there should be like a special, like it should be like Dokkan Pity, where Dokkan, when you summon on a banner, there's like the limited time currency, and then you could exchange that currency for normal currency, right? Like the green coins that you get from summoning like Dokkan Fest banners that are limited time, you could exchange them for normal red coins that you could use for any character, right? In a sense, Dokkan emotes should be like that, where EX tokens should also have emotes in the shop, and then you get like this limited time EX token for a banner, where then you could buy the new emote if you get it, and then after that banner ends, those tokens are automatically converted to normal EX tokens, or you can exchange the EX tokens yourself, or the special EX tokens to normal EX tokens if you want to buy something else in the shop. I think that would be good. I think so. Gacha where character emotes return, allow the use of SG capsules. That'd be nice too. This is like a little bit different. I think there's the last two things here. So firstly, consider releasing more characters such as Youth Son Goku and Youth Bulma. I think an example of a perfectly balanced season would be more like Goku Black, Rose Goku Black, Super Saiyan Future Gohan, and then Tenshin Han, where there is a villain in Super Saiyan Rose Goku Black, a hero in Super Saiyan Gohan from the future, of course, and then more of a less popular character that still deserves to be added, playable, such as Tenshin Han or Yamcha or Pikkon. Like imagine a season where we get Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta and then Full Power Broly, and then for the third character we get someone that might not be necessarily as exciting, like Pikkon, or what if they add Baku playable, or like even if it's like Yamcha or something in that season. Like I think that would be okay. Releases such as Season 3, where we had Super Vegito, Super Saiyan Bardock, and Super Saiyan 2 Kefla, is generally exciting, but I feel like it feels very repetitive. And like in terms of seeing just like, oh, here's 2 fusion Super Saiyans and there's Super Saiyan Bardock as well. Like it just doesn't feel nice. Honestly, it feels like it could do more harm than good in the long run as well, because it's like for Gekishin, they probably can only release these characters once. Maybe we see like a Goku and Vegeta that would fuse into Super Vegito in the future or something for like their ultimate for a period of time. Like that's really the only other time I can see us getting another Super Vegito. Other than that, the Super Vegito we have is a Super Vegito we're going to get most likely. So gotta keep that in mind. I feel like there also needs to be more customization in training mode. Additionally, the battle guide needs to not be hidden away in a section most players will not bother to check. There's a battle guide where when you click into options and then like right next to settings, there's like the whole like battle guide where it gives you like all information about the game that you mostly don't learn in training or things like important things about the game. Every single game status, like provoke or immune to all or wrath, like all these things are in that battle guide. And I feel like it would be really nice if instead of being in that battle guide, they should convert the battle guide into actual tutorial stages, make them optional, but it should cover every single gameplay mechanic, like burn or like I don't know, any damage over time, like slice, anything really. I don't think Slice is in this game, but I brought up an example where if there's a gameplay mechanic, effect, status, etc., or just like for characters in general, there should be a tutorial stage for it. Like Honkai Star Rail is the example brought up here, where it's like, for Honkai Star Rail, there's burn, freeze, etc., how to use ultimates, etc. Like that stuff should all have its own tutorial stage. And then there's even a trial stage for every new character that releases for Star Rail. I think this would be great to apply to all heroes, so people are able to try out their abilities before making a final decision. I even think in the trial stage, Andy brought this up to me. Let friends be able to join your practice game, allow you to set any levels, customization, and more. I think that this would be genuinely just really good for the game, allow a lot of players to learn more about the game in general, and I think it would actually let people, if you let people try the character out before they buy it, I feel a lot more people will be incentivized to buy the character if they really like it. But that's just me. Um, Anyways, let me know what you guys are thinking. This is just all the feedback I'm leaving here. I think I'll end the video here for now. I kind of filled out literally everything else, honestly, so we could just skip to the ends. But yeah, again, let me go ahead and complete this so I can just show you guys the in-game notice real quick. Again, I kind of already did this. My response has been recorded. I can X this out now, and there we go. If we click the survey, it should still say that again. I already completed it. So you get 5 G caps, like I said. Please fill this out. I appreciate y'all for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.